I'm surprised that when I hear you talk Spanish
Uh-oh, here we go.
and I hear Chris talk Spanish and I hear myself talk Spanish,
You're the
I'm
best.
not I don't think my Spanish is very good.
Oh,
I'm not defending my Spanish.
yeah.
Um, I'm surprised that we all stink at Spanish. Because I would think that you would be the best at Spanish,
I
but we
don't
all stink.
well, we all stink in different ways. I think we all are strong in some areas, you know what I'm saying? Like our strengths are not the same. I mean, our vocabulary, we have different like words that we're good at and not good at others, and we're not the same. Hey there, welcome back to Pod and Deliver. Tonight, Ruben, we are talking Teacher Appreciation Week. We have some teachers in our lives, and I know I've had so many teachers that I appreciate, but I know this week, or at least today, Ruben, I want to ask you, is there somebody in your life that you could recall that had an impact on you that was special?
So many to talk to about. But today I want to talk about a teacher I don't think I've ever spoken about in this channel. And her name is Sandra Hooven. Sandra Hooven was my Glendora High School English teacher in 11th grade. Man, I had some great English teachers. I had Miss Prince. I had Miss Zastro. I need to talk about Miss Zastro on another teacher appreciation week because I could talk about her for a while. But today I want to talk about Miss Hooven because she was this teacher who gave us a voice. This is very critical when you are a teacher who you're in front of the classroom. They are captivated by you. So you're tempted to be the voice. No, don't be the only voice in the classroom. Where did I learn that from? Miss Hooven. She let us speak. And you know what? I don't know if you know this, Jacob, but Chris, our brother, was in my class in 11th grade English. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm not sure.
Yeah. We were thick as thieves. And what was cool is that there was some really divergent voices in this classroom, intense voices, Mormon, atheist, Christian, boom, boom, all over the. Imagine Glendora High School in 1987. Imagine the voices, like strong opinions. Imagine Chris and me in that classroom. That's where I met Jamie Wallen, by the way. And Jamie was one of my best friends in high school, and he had a voice, and she let him speak. And so, a couple of strategies I would say that she did that I really noticed. First day of school, she had 100 quotes on three, little note cards all over the classroom. Just quotes from different famous people, scientists, thinkers, philosophers. And I remember her saying, look around you. These are very important voices. Who do you relate to? Which quote do you connect with? And we got to pick a quote and bring it back to our desk. I really remember that because she listened to us. And although she put it in a framework that was also through her own voice, because she picked those quotes. So it's not about just letting students run amok. You can control, the framework as well. But some of these quotes resonated with us, and all of us picked a quote. That's number one. The other strategy I remember her using is something that I still use, but in my own way. So what I mean is, she was teaching the concept of genre. Genre means category. Short story, novel, you know, uh, poetry. These are different genres. These are different, concepts, categories within English literature. And she said, you know what else is a genre? Talk shows. She was teaching us public speaking. And I'll never forget one of our students, she chose Jamie because he was very articulate. as being a talk show host. She was teaching the concept of public speaking, and she taught talk through you know, through talk shows. So Jamie was my friend Jamie was the talk show host, and he brought in several of the students, including me, and he interviewed us about our lives and about, for me, he was asking me about my faith, but he asked somebody else about music. This was powerful. So as a teacher, I've stolen that from Miss Hooven. I'm sorry, Miss Hooven. I stole that from her, but through my own lens. And what I have done is I've done my own talk show, but through the framework of analyzing literature. So when we want to, talk about Death of a Salesman, I'll have a group of 4 or 5 students. One of them is the talk show host. He or she interviews the 3 or 4 rest about the book. We make sure the questions are good, but they're speaking. So I have remembered that lesson all these years later, and I put it through the lens of my own teaching. And that's what you have to do. You have to just make it your own. Miss Hooven was a great teacher, and God rest her soul, she passed away last summer, but I thought I'd honor her by talking about her. Sandra Hooven.
Thanks, Ruben. I mean, when you're sharing about her, I had her too, and so she had all 3 Aguilar boys. And I will say this: when you mentioned that she had the quotes up on the wall, she also, I think about this often when I think about my room. She also had these. I'm not sure if she had it when you were there. She had all these bands like U2, bands that she liked, and I thought that was really cool because not too many teachers that did that at that time. And I used to remember thinking the room environment was great. But you're right, though. She was a real big into public speaking, and I'm glad that I could see how it influenced you by you being, wanting to do, not wanting, but doing stand up, right? And even Jamie Wallum doing what he does. And I think, wow, her impression, I mean, her hands really went out there and had an influence on her students. And I think that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, you guys, I'm sure you have teachers that you appreciate it. Let us know about that, and let a teacher know if you have a student, or not a student, but a teacher in your life that you talk to. Let them know that you appreciate them. And you know what? Have yourself a wonderful night. And thank you, teachers out there. We'll see you soon on Pod and Deliver. Have a good one. Bye bye.